It turns out, I might not be as good at farming as I think I am. But in a marriage simulator game, is that really such a surprise? As it turns out, if you sell large quantities of particular items to Pierre, he can actually sell them back to you the following day. And very interestingly, the NPCs of the town will also buy those items, and they're not shy about giving you feedback about that. And you know what? I think they all suck too. So what we need to do is go through the process of clearing, hoeing, fertilizing, planting, watering, growing, and more growing. We have ourselves all the melons we need to do this little experiment. I'm not sure of the number of items it takes for this to work, but a stack of 999 sure works nicely. Now if I return tomorrow, Pierre will suddenly have a whole bunch of melons for sale. You gotta scroll all the way down to the bottom, and he sells them for about double the price he bought them for. But there are only 849 melons here, so where did the other 150 go? Well, it turns out when you sell large quantities of items to Pierre's, the NPCs of the town buy them. Hey, remember that melon you sold me the other day? I ended up serving it to the family for a special dinner. I can't say it was a hit. Well, back to business, huh? Yeah, why wasn't it a hit, Pierre? That's fine, I don't need to know what's wrong with my produce. But go ahead and sell it for twice the price you paid for it, that's no big deal. Hey, we had one of those melons you sold at the shop for dinner last night. I guess it was starting to go bad and my dad couldn't bear to throw it out. It was actually very fresh and I put a lot of work into it. But thanks. Also, my pet guinea pig, David, just hates this hot weather. He's fussy. How about you eat him too then? Now it does seem to be a little bit hit and miss who does actually buy the produce and remarks about it. Pam, I went shopping last night and picked up a melon on sale for only 250 gold. Why do you get cheaper stuff than me? It was horrendous, no wonder Pierre was selling that crap for so cheap. How much do you cost, Pam? Oh yeah, nothing. Gus is obviously here to grab a few more melons. I bought the tastiest melon from Pierre's shop the other day. He said that he grew the thing in his backyard. I didn't know Pierre was such a talented farmer. And here's where we start to get into Pierre's lies. Bad melons? No remark. Good melons, Pierre said he grew them himself. Looks like you might have some competition, huh? I think Pierre's gonna have some competition when I start selling all my stuff to Joja and run him right out of town. At this point, Pierre just doesn't have anything to say. I kinda wish I could confront him on the matter, but I just can't. Marnie supports me. So I was at the store the other day and Pierre showed me a melon you brought in. Luckily Marnie loves all the men in town. I bought it. Good for you. Animals are so innocent, so sweet, and if you don't look after them, who will? Definitely not me. What about the melon? I assume her silence tells me everything I need to know. Wheels will give me some feedback. I'm surprised you want to be friends with an old timer like me. I don't, I just want to hear about my melons. Hey farmer, so I stopped by Pierre's the other day and I bought a melon. It was the first time I've seen one of those there in a while. I cooked it up for dinner last night. It filled the house with an unconventional odor. I don't even want to know where Pierre found that thing. It's probably because you cooked a melon. And you're old. That was old person smell. Well, if I'm to learn anything from this, it's that Pierre is more than willing to take credit for other people's hard work. Did you have one of the 150 melons? Eating healthy is very important to me. I want to live a long and active life. Well, don't eat my melons then apparently, they'll kill you fast. Did you guys suffer through it? I bought the tastiest melon from Pierre's shop the other day. He said that he grew the thing in his backyard. I didn't know Pierre was such a talented farmer. Again, taking credit for my hard work. Why is that large safe for keeping all my produce in? Hey Mumps. So I stopped by Pierre's the other day and bought a fresh melon. It was the first time I've seen one of those there in a while. I cooked it up for dinner last night. It filled the house with a horrendous odor. I don't even want to know where Pierre found that thing. Some of the NPCs seem to have a unique dialogue about it. Some of them have pretty repetitive dialogue. I think we're about to give it another day to see if we can get another few of them to talk about it. Give them a chance to get some melons. Maru bought a melon. I bought the tastiest melon. He said that he grew the thing in his backyard. Yeah, here we go again. Pierre taking credit for all my hard work. If you want to stop doing that at any point. Hey, remember that melon you sold me the other day? I ended up serving it for dinner. Alright, well, we're going through this again. It was probably your fault. You cooked it wrong. Should I wear something special to the aerobics meetup today? With a face like that, it's not going to make a difference. Hey, we had one of those melons. I guess it was starting to go bad. Here's a fun experiment. Now, we're going to sell 999 gold quality pumpkins to Pierre. Let's see if the town overall likes these better and if we get any different dialogue about it. Got anything to say about stealing my produce today? Remember that melon? We're over the melons now. We're on pumpkins. Alright, I need him to go stand by his counter so I can confirm that he is selling the pumpkins. Who knows what kind of shady stuff he's up to now. And he's not selling the pumpkins. It might have to be something that's in season. And it does have to be something that's edible, otherwise the people can't eat it. So let's do blueberries. In a few days, we're going to see how everyone enjoys my blueberries. Or potentially Pierre's blueberries if they're good enough apparently. Hello, blueberry stealer. Remember that blueberry you sold me the other day? I ended up serving it to the family for a special dinner. You did? A whole blueberry? My wife loved it, and Abby even started going to town on it after I smothered the thing in hoisin sauce. Well, look at that. Quality probably does make a difference. Well, back to business, huh? Probably told them you grew it yourself, didn't you? Spit it out, Caroline. Give me the truth. Oh, Mumps, this is embarrassing. I threw one of your melons you sold us into the compost bin. Well, I mean, I don't care. You guys bought it, so I got my end of the deal. Now the whole thing smells horrendous. Where did you find that thing again? Grew it myself. Used fertilizer made from children to do it. Abigail? Hey, we had one of those blueberries you sold us at the shop for dinner last night. I guess it was starting to go bad, and Dad couldn't bear to throw it out. Oh. Well, apparently there's conflicting opinions on my blueberries. But that's no big deal. They're only the finest quality blueberries in existence. Pam? Nothing? Nothing? Pam has nothing to say because words are hard. Little Pam? Hey, so I picked up a blueberry at the store last night. My mom wanted something good for dinner. And? I bought the tastiest blueberry from Pierre's shop the other day. He said he grew the thing in his backyard. Yeah, here we go again. Gus, did you put my blueberries in your mouth? Well, obviously Emily's gonna like blueberries. So I was at the store the other day and Pierre showed me a fresh blueberry you brought in. I bought it. That's curious because Pierre even told her that I was the one who brought the blueberry in, so it must not have been a very good one because Pierre will take credit for the good ones. I feel like you're probably more into blackberries, but... And the best part is, this can also be done with forageables. We just found ourselves 999 Iridium Hazelnuts. Let's see what the town thinks of these. Good luck getting your money's worth out of 180,000 gold worth of hazelnuts. And just a few short days to let those sink in and make their way around the town. Unfortunately, Pam is up first. What do you think of my nuts? Apparently nothing. I guess I'll be popping a frozen dinner into the microwave tonight. Abigail? Hey, we had one of those hazelnuts you sold us at the shop for dinner last night. I guess it was starting to go bad. Okay, apparently they just replaced produce with forageables. I was hoping they would have a little bit more unique dialogue considering it's a forageables. Caroline, did you like my nuts? Oh, Mumps, this is embarrassing. I threw one of those blueberries out. But on the bright side, the worms are really loving it. They've never looked happier. Neither has Pierre after he looked at Jody. One thing I can gather from this is that the produce at Pierre's lasts a long time. What does he have left for sale? Because people are still talking about the blueberries and we're in fall. He's still got melons, blueberries, and hazelnuts. I think to get people to focus more on the forageables, we're just going to go to the end of the month. I want to see some new dialogue. Even at the end of fall, people are still talking about the great blueberry disaster of summer. Abigail, are you growing pumpkins on your farm this year? I sold a whole bunch a while ago, but no one seemed to notice. Save one for me. Nope. The other day, I bought a blueberry at Pierre's. It was perfect on a bed of greens with a dash of my special vinaigrette. Well, at least Emily liked her month-old blueberry. I've realized I'm happy by myself, so just leave me be. Will do. I'd probably get a lot more different dialogue if half the town didn't hate me because I divorced them, but I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go see the Carpenter Shop. Good news, this idea can also be done with fish in Willie's shop. I would start it right now, but because everyone's still talking about the damn blueberries, I'm going to skip it like a year in advance to get those way out of the system, and then we're going to try fish. Approximately 1 year later, and I've got 999 gold quality blobfish that I definitely legitimately caught with a lot of hard work. Willie, take these off my hands, distribute them amongst the townsfolk. Let's see how much you like those ugly fish. Starting with Willie himself, of course. What did you think? Hey, Mumps. So I stopped by Pierre's the other day and bought a fresh blobfish. It was the first time I've seen one of those there in a while. Why does Pierre have the blobfish now and why are you buying them from him? I cooked it up for dinner last night. It filled the house with a filling smell. It was a hit. Well, glad you like that. I still have a lot of questions. I'm glad Pierre's stock is starting to expand again. I sold those to you. Anyways, if you really want to get the fish biting, yeah. Why did that happen? I sold them to Willie. Pierre shouldn't have my fish. I bought the tastiest blobfish from Pierre's shop the other day. He said he found it himself while exploring the mountains. I didn't know Pierre was such a talented forager. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the mayor of the town. Fish aren't forageables, you don't find them while exploring the mountains. Pierre didn't find it himself, and you're a moron. Apparently everything just circles back to Pierre one way or another because he's the center of the economy. Did you try the blobfish? Hey Mumps. So I stopped by Pierre's the other day and I bought a blobfish. It was the first time I'd seen one there in a while. I cooked it up for dinner with a filling smell. Okay, apparently blobfish have a filling smell. Not sure if these two still have a sense of smell. Apparently George doesn't. I bought the tastiest blobfish. I didn't know Pierre was such a talented forager. It's not foraging, it's fishing. I think I just broke the game again. Hi, did you sell a fresh blobfish to the general store the other day? I think I bought it. It was pretty high quality stuff. I'm impressed. I sold it to Willie, but I don't know how it got to Pierre. What about you? The other day I bought a fresh blobfish at Pierre's. It was perfect on a bed of greens and a dash of my special vinaigrette. Okay, so that's just interchangeable depending on exactly what there is to buy at Pierre's store. What about you mountain people? I was at the store the other day and Pierre showed me a blobfish you brought in. Uh-huh, I bought it. Good. Good. Probably not good. So I picked up a blobfish at the store last night. My mom wanted something good for dinner. So I was at the store last night, okay, and you bought it. Okay, good. You guys all bought my stuff, but don't really tell me much about it. Talking to the garbage can again? My grandpap was a farmer. It's a respectable profession. I wouldn't know. If I wasn't so darned old, I'd come to the farm and show you a thing or two. Do us all a favor and eat this. This is probably the worst gift I've ever seen. Thanks a lot. Well, you're probably the worst person I've ever seen. But that did give me an idea. 998 red mushrooms. Very poisonous, by the way. Let's see how the town enjoys those. Will they have anything fun to say about eating poisonous mushrooms? Hey, so I picked up a red mushroom at the store last night. My mom wanted something good for dinner. So, do you like to decorate your farmhouse? No, not as much as I like to feed people poisonous mushrooms. But apparently they're not that poisonous because no one seems to care that much. Pierre, happy with your purchase? Hey, remember that blobfish you sold me? Nope. By the way, George is wandering into your kitchen right now. Kent, I bought the tastiest red mushroom from Pierre's shop the other day. He said he found it himself while exploring the mountains. I didn't know Pierre was such a talented forager. He's not, and those are poisonous. I don't know what to do with myself now that I'm back. Eat all the red mushrooms you possibly can. So different people have different dialogue depending on what exactly they're eating. Leah, a girl of nature, should understand what a red mushroom is. The other day I bought a red mushroom from Pierre's shop. It was perfect on a bed of greens with a dash of my special vinaigrette. I doubt that. Well, once again my plans of poisoning the entire village has failed. Hope you liked it.